I recently bought my first ever home, a 1960s house that is in some serious need of TLC, but the first area I knew I had to tackle was the kitchen and dining room. I love the counters and backsplash, but the rest of the room was a lot. Now, as a disclaimer, I have zero experience in home improvement, but I'm on a budget, so I decided the easiest and cheapest way to completely change the look of this space was to paint the walls and cabinets. So I peeled out the old contact paper and sanded the cabinets and walls. I was able to borrow an Orbit sander from a friend, which saved me about $50. Even with that, it still took a long time, but was an important step because the cabinets and walls had a veneer finish that might have made the paint chip easier. My dad also helped me rip down this light and cabinet that were over the oven because it was definitely not designed for tall people and I would have hit my head on it every time I tried to cook. Then I got to work painting. I skipped a few spots inside the cabinets, but if anyone puts their head in the bottom cupboard and looks at the back corner, they will not be invited back over anyway.
I cannot wait to hear what the members of the Lollipop Guild have to say about the back of these colorful cabinets.
I actually really liked the original hardware, but it needed some serious cleaning. It felt sticky to the touch and was all discolored, so I boiled them in water and vinegar and scrubbed with Scotch-Brite and baking soda. It took forever, but they turned out so much better and I love how they look with the green paint. But here's where it got tricky. No two drawers or cabinet doors were the same size, so matching them back up took forever, and the hinges were all uniquely bent to the individual doors they'd been paired with for the last 60 years. So when we went to put them back on, nothing fit. We ended up having to drill a lot of new holes and even sand down some doors to fit, which was a stressful nightmare. Buying new hardware would have made it 1,000 times easier. Anyway, the whole project cost me a little over $50 for materials like tape, plastic, paintbrushes, rollers, and sandpaper, $70 for primer because we used a ton, $42 for wall paint, and $60 for cabinet paint. It's not perfect, but it's so much better, and the whole thing cost less than $250 and a few weekends of work. I'd say my first DIY home improvement project was a success.